When people criticize you, usually not very good. That's why Neil Pasricha is here from the Book of Awesome and the Happiness Equation.
Thank you.
To talk about how you can actually deal with criticism and actually make it go away. So this sounds magical.
Yes.
But there is something you can do to block all criticism. I want to start first with your journey.
Sure.
So when you were writing the Book of Awesome, which was about all awesome things,
yeah.
On the inside you were actually dealing with a lot of stuff. You weren't really that happy.
I mean, that's true, absolutely. You know, I was processing a divorce, loss of a friend, and frankly, as I got into the Book of Awesome world, I became obsessed with like the number of hits on my blog, the ranking on the bestseller list, and all of those extrinsic motivators we all get attached to. How many followers do you have? You know, we all get looking at these numbers, and you become obsessed with them because there's no ending. There's always someone bigger than you, unless you're Oprah, and she's got her eye on Lady Gaga. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, it doesn't matter. You can it just keeps going.
Yeah. Okay. So when you realized that, what did you do about it?
Well, I mean, I started looking into the research, Tracy, honestly, and it turns out that there are actually two kinds of motivations. So one is intrinsic motivators. You're doing something because you love it. You are doing it for you. You are doing it because it's a passion.
Yeah.
And then there's extrinsic motivators, the rewards I was talking about. And according to the Erickson Institute, it's incredible. When you map motivations, we only really do things for intrinsic reasons. They gave girls teaching piano lessons two types of rewards. One girl was said, hey, if you teach half an hour piano lessons, you're gonna get a ticket to the movie theater.
Okay.
Other group of girls was said, you're gonna teach someone to love music. The ones who were given the extrinsic reward, they were done after half an hour, they were more frustrated, and they got upset easily.
Yeah.
The ones that were told to do it out of love stayed longer, were more passionate, and were better teachers. These types of studies repeat over and over again, and the secret is actually to making sure that we're valuing our intrinsic reasons for doing something in the first place.
Now, if you follow that logic and you're doing things from an intrinsic motivation, does that mean that all criticism that comes your way, you're not going to care about it anymore?
Well, I mean, first of all, it's harder done than said, for sure, right? Like, I can't just say, just value your own self more than anything else, and it's a piece of cake. It's not as simple as that. You have to grow the root issue, which is actually around confidence. You have to grow confidence inside yourself. It's a journey for me, it's a journey for everybody, in order to get to the place where when criticism does come, and sure it comes, you actually don't really see it the same way. You don't notice it as much. So that's why I developed something called the Confidence Scribble. It is a 2x2 matrix that shows how we value ourselves and how we value other people.
Okay, pass me your book there for a second, because I want to take a look at this up close and personal.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
so how does this work then? Because you've got insecure, confident, arrogant, and cynical there.
And by the way, we all live in one of these boxes at all times, right?
Yes.
But if you value yourself over other people, you're in this arrogant box.
Right.
If you value others over yourself, and we all do this too, like, you look great in the photo, but I look awful. That's insecurity. You value neither, you're cynical. If you can work yourself up through practicing to valuing both your opinion and those of others, you are in a confident spot, and the criticism gets deflected off your internal view of yourself being so strong.
Okay, so then the question becomes, how do we build that up? How do you build up confidence so that you're really just, all you really care about is your opinion, you value other people's opinions, but you hold their opinions in high regard as your own opinions.
Yeah, and the problem, according to all these studies on motivation, is that the extrinsic rewards actually distract your own brain. So when you are getting better blog stats or a performance review at work, we value that over our own reasons for doing something. The key question we need to always ask ourselves is, would you do this for free? I mean, even at work or even the website that you're running, whatever, would you do this for free? I'm not saying you need to do it for free. If the answer to that thing is no, that means you're doing it for the wrong reasons. Asking yourself that key question in your own mind helps make sure that you're steering in the right direction.
So would you do it for free? How many of you would just do your job for free?
Now, employers might be watching this, you know, so you have to be careful. Hands go up, but ask yourself, and if, by the way, it's not coming in your job, then think about the 3-bucket model, Tracy, that we've talked about before. If it's not coming in work, in your personal time, in the time you're spending at home and on weekends, how can you make sure that time is doing something you love for free to build up your confidence and to make sure that criticism doesn't affect you?
I think that's fair, and I think that's why I like your approach. It's practical. You know, you're not telling everybody to go ditch their job and, hey, just try and win the lottery, people, because You got to. You're saying try and make this applicable in as many areas in your life as possible.
Exactly.
So that you're feeling good about yourself. So that when someone comes along and says, "Hey, you put on a few pounds," you don't take that to heart. Not you, Neil. You don't take that to heart. You're okay. So you say 4 words are always going to help us out, and those 4 words are.
Yeah, do it for you. You know, we're in NCAA time right now, March Madness, right? You watch an NCAA game, I see them running down the court. You know, everyone's standing on the bench, the crowd's going crazy. You flip over to the NBA, the point guard's walking down the court, people are sitting on the bench. If I said, who do you think's getting paid for it? You'd probably guess it's the NCAA people. They're not getting paid. They're doing it for you. They're doing it for themselves. And when you do things for intrinsic reasons, as we talked about before, you're doing it because you love it, and you end up doing better.
Oh my gosh, great advice. Okay, so everyone try that, okay? Deflect confidence, deflect the criticism.